Supposed to work better voice.
Here is my audience of 7 people.
Hello, my name is Katie Brown. Thank you all for coming today. I have some fun facts to start off with from coolkidfacts.com, and these include that there are more nerve cells in the brain than stars in the Milky Way, and although the spinal cord is only 19 inches long, it contains over 10 million neurons. This brings me to my topic for this presentation, which is the central nervous system. So the central nervous system contains the brain and the spinal cord from my facts I presented just earlier. So the brain and the spinal cord are 2 of the most important organs in the body, and this is because they act as sort of a transportation hub for information that comes from the body to the brain and from the brain to the body. So I'm going to answer 3 questions for you today, and that includes what is the central nervous system, what it does, and how it works. So what it is, like I said just before, the brain and the spinal cord, but it also contains nervous tissue, neurons, and neurotransmitters. So they all work together to keep our body functioning. This includes reactions, keeping our organs functioning, stuff along those lines. So we can think of the brain as the transportation hub, the spinal cord as the infrastructure, the nervous tissue is the train tracks that are intertwined into the spine, aka the infrastructure. The neurons are the trains that move up and along the tracks, and then the neurotransmitters is the cargo that goes into the trains. So an example of how it works. You accidentally place your hand on a hot stove. This sets off a chain of events. First, a signal or neurotransmitter, or our cargo, is packed into a neuron, our train, and then the train moves along the nervous tissue from the hand, and the nervous tissue is our train tracks, and it moves up along the spinal cord into the brain. The brain unpacks this cargo, so the neurotransmitter is released, uses this information of the hand being on the hot stove to make new information, pack that cargo into a new train, a new neuron, which then is sent along, back down the spinal cord, along the nervous tissue, and back down to the hand. And then you take your hand off the stove. So we know that when we touch something hot, we jerk back immediately. So all of this stuff that's going on is happening in a split second. So in conclusion, we want to remember that our central nervous system works as a train community. So there are millions of trains moving all around at once. So it's a very intricate it's a very intricate design, but as it's working harmoniously with each other, our body is functioning correctly. So in conclusion, our brain receives information from the body and the organs, and it can send information out. And again, thank you all for coming.